Hello, this is the Jurassic expert here, back with another video, and using my test camera again. I still have a couple of days where I get to use this amazing camera. So yeah, you could see I finally found the new attack packs. I do have a video which where I actually found these new attack packs, and I was really excited. I was like, I might actually have to wait until June 1st to actually find these, and that's even like crossing my fingers to find them. So yeah, I am very happy to finally have these. So yeah, let's go in with the first figure, which is the Proceratosaurus. The Proceratosaurus. So yeah. Yeah, there we go. So, yeah, this is a repaint of the Proceratosaurus that we got last year. And yeah, let's actually check out the articulation first. So, I could go back that much, and forward that much, back around that much, and forward about that much, which is not a bad range of motion. That arm could go up that much, back that much. This arm could go back that much, and forward that much. And the jaw can open that wide, which I'd say is pretty reasonable for a dinosaur opening its jaw. So yeah. Paint-wise, actually, let's go over sculpt. It does utilize the same Proceratosaurus sculpt, which it is a little cartoony, and not my favorite sculpt out of the line, but not like one of my least favorite sculpts. I do think it is a pretty decent sculpt for a little $10 figure. Now let's go into paint. So we get this orange coats going throughout the body, and the tail is completely orange and not with the orange pattern and the brown, which I do kind of find as a red flag there. The underbelly is there is no paint on the underbelly. You get the orange on the tail because it's a separate plastic that is just orange, and then you get a little bit of orange on the neck. I do kind of wish that they continue this throughout the body, and they continued this brown throughout the tail. And the eye paint actually looks really nice. They did paint the eye nicely, and it actually has a glossy look, which is really good. And the teeth they did also paint nicely, along with the mouth, tongue, etc. And there is no sculpting on the tongue from what I can see. And yeah, that is the Proceratosaurus. Let me just grab its card quickly. So here is the Proceratosaurus card. Have I been saying Proceratus this entire time? Anyway, here's the Proceratosaurus card. As always, they look really good. There are the stats. Not much going on in the back. So that off to the side. You're seeing how I am labeling, how I know. There you go. There is a look at the barcode, so you can just screenshot that and ask a Target or Walmart employee if they have that in the back. So let's take a look at the Velociraptor Charlie. Just going to move that out of the way. So sculpt wise, this actually does kind of have a different sculpt. By that I mean it's like sculpt. The legs they've actually made stand up more straight than the other ones, and when I do comparisons I will show you that. But other than that, is the same as the generic blue sculpt. So yeah, but it is a pretty nice sculpt. And now let's go over the Actually, before I continue the review with Charlie, here is the Proceratosaurus code. There you go. There's the code for the Proceratosaurus. Just screenshot that. Rewind the video and screenshot that. So now let's go back into the Charlie sculpt. There we go. So, yeah, again, it is not a bad sculpt for a little $10 figure. And the below into the articulation, so Charlie's leg could go back that much and forward that much. This leg could go out that much and around that much. And this arm could go a full 360. This arm could go a full 360 as well. The mouth can open that wide. So the mouth can open that much. And actually, let's go into paint and take a look at that eye. The eye they did paint quite nicely. There's a little bit of glare on the camera so you can't see the pupil too well. But yeah, and they did paint the mouth nicely. They did paint the teeth. There is no paint on the upper jaw of the mouth. They did not paint the nails, however, which is a shame, but again, something we can expect from the $10 figures from Mattel. That is the same thing with this Proceratosaurus. They did not paint the nails for that. I forgot to mention that. So yeah, but I do like the colors that they used. I do think it looks kind of similar to Charlie. It's a good interpretation of it, with like the references that we have. It's got its main color palette down, which I think is pretty impressive. It might not look like exactly like its film counterpart, but it looks pretty close. And here is the code for the Jurassic Facts app. And here is the little barcode for you to screenshot for Charlie. And yeah. So here is Charlie's little card, and there's the stats, and the image looks brilliant. Nothing new going on with the back. And here is Charlie next to a couple of cards from her other pack members. And here's Charlie with all of the Raptor cards that I have so far. So as always, they look really good. For a little free card that you get with the figure. And now let's take at the Mussaurus. I actually did look it up, and this is how it's said to pronounce it, so if I am pronouncing it wrong, please let me know down in the comments below, because I don't want to be pronouncing the name wrong the entire time. So that should be good. So there's the Mussaurus, and can I just say this, in person, this is one of the most freaking adorable things I've seen in this line. If you like cute things out, if you like specifically cute dinosaurs, this is it. This is your figure right here. About $10. Yeah, and this is a really neat little figure. So let's actually first go into the sculpt, which does look really cute. It does look a little weird how the neck kind of gets skinny in the middle, and it kind of hourglasses a little bit, where you got that big head and all that, and then this tiny neck. But maybe that might be anatomically correct. But I've seen images of Mussaurus on its hind legs, but who knows, maybe it could have actually been on its forelegs and hind legs. And yeah, I do not know much about this dinosaur. All I know is that it is a sauropodomorph, which, if you do not know, is a smaller family member of the sauropods. So, like, it's a member of the Brachiosaurus. It's a family member of the Brachiosaurus and the Diplodocus, but it is just part of a smaller family called the sauropodomorphs, which are a smaller breed of sauropods. Anyway, that lesson out of the way, because I only have 11 minutes left, let's take a look at the rest of the sculpt, which does look really nice. I really do like this sculpt. Let's actually take a look at the articulation. So we get this hinge joint that we see with the Gallimimus, and I cannot remember what else at the moment, but and the Dracorex, that's where we see it, and the Dracorex. So it hinges up, down that much, and up that much. So the arm can move, that arm can move back that much. This arm can move back that much, and can move back that much, and that can move forward that much, and around that much, and back that much, and forward that much, which I'd say is pretty reasonable. And the paint job on this actually looks pretty decent. We get this nice kind of brown pattern going throughout the entire body, even on the tail. The only paint issues I'd have to complain about really are the fact that they did not paint the nails, and even then it's quite understandable because they are very small, and we're used to that with Mattel, and also the fact that they did not continue this nice cream colored underbelly to the tail. Well, did paint the eye quite nicely, and it just looks like such an adorable, innocent little animal. But yeah, I really like that figure. Out of the entire line, I gotta say, if I were to rank these from my favorite to my least favorite out of the line, it would go Mussaurus, Charlie, then the Proceratosaurus. That's how I rank this entire wave here of attack packs. And here is the Mussaurus card. So there you go. Nice, cute little friendly image of the Mussaurus. And here is its little barcode for you to go check out. And before I forget, there is the Jurassic Facts app code. That should be good. So just pause the video and scan that. And yeah, that is the lime, and I'm just realizing I am slowly showing you guys the background, which I do not want. So for comparison time, for the Proceratosaurus comparison, here it is next. For your attack pack comparison, here it is next to blue, next to the blue attack pack. For your human comparison, here it is next to Owen. And just for comparison's sake, here it is next to the original Proceratosaurus, which you can see it is an exact repaint of, no differences in sculpt. So yeah, here it is next to blue for your attack pack comparison. And for your human comparison, here it is next to Owen. Finally, for your Charlie comparison, here it is next to Owen. Comparison next to her other pack members. Here it is next to blue. Here she is next to Blue and Delta. So yeah, these two have the exact same sculpt, but Charlie has a slightly altered sculpt. As I mentioned before, they did straighten out the legs, so it is not all crouched like Blue and Delta are. So she actually looks like she's standing more upright. So you could get a nice kind of Raptor Squad thing here. But yeah, now, so there is my review of the Wave 3 of the Dino Rivals Attack Pack figures. I hope you enjoyed this review, and as always, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell to get notified whenever I put up new videos like this one. And as always, dinosaurs might be older than you, but you are never too old for dinosaurs. Bye bye.